You know, for every masterpiece the Beatles actually gave us, there's always a ghost, an echo of a song that could have been. And sometimes it's a whole song just left behind, unheard for decades. Well, today, we're prying open the vault on maybe the most famous ghost of them all. For nearly half a century, a final song from John Lennon was basically trapped on a simple cassette tape. It's this beautiful melody that everyone thought was lost forever, totally impossible to finish. So how on earth did a piece of software, of AI, finally set it free? Okay, let's get into it. To really get the solution, you have to understand the problem first. And for decades, this was a problem everyone considered completely unsolvable. And it all comes down to how John recorded that original demo. He recorded it in mono. So what does that actually mean? Well, to put it simply, his voice and the piano he was playing were all just mushed together onto one single audio track. You couldn't just turn the piano down or turn his voice up. They were one and the same thing. Think of it like this, right? You've got two totally separate ingredients, John's incredible voice and the sound of his piano. But in the recording process back then, they were pretty much permanently combined. And the result? Well, it's like a permanently baked cake. The vocal was the flour, the piano was the sugar, and once they were mixed together and baked onto that tape, that was it. There was no way to separate them. You can't just take the sugar out of a cake after it's been baked, right? And that's exactly why that song sat on a shelf for 50 years. Until, that is, this revolutionary new technology came along. A technology that could do what everyone thought was impossible. Something that could, for the very first time, act as a kind of digital unbaker. It basically asked a question that audio engineers had only dreamed of for generations. What if you could digitally separate those ingredients after they've already been mixed together? And this is the key to everything. It's called demix technology. It's an AI-powered software that was developed by Peter Jackson's team, and its whole purpose is to listen to a mixed-up, baked recording and do what honestly sounds like science fiction, pull each individual sound apart. So how in the world does it work? Well, the AI literally listens to that old mono track. Its programming is so smart that it can identify the unique sonic fingerprints of John's voice versus his piano. And then, and this is the magic part, it digitally pulls them apart, creating brand new, totally separate tracks for each one. And what do you get? A pristine, crystal clear vocal, as if the piano was never even there to begin with. Now, I know this might sound like some kind of abstract future tech, but believe it or not, you've probably already heard what this incredible software can do, all thanks to a certain documentary series. Remember in Peter Jackson's Get Back documentary, they used this exact same AI to listen to the old film audio where the Beatles were, whispering to each other while guitars were blaring and amps were humming. The AI went in, found their voices, and pulled those secret, decades-old conversations out of the noise, making them perfectly clear. So here's the kicker. They just pointed that same ridiculously powerful tool at John's old cassette tape. The AI listened, it identified his voice, separated it from the piano, and boom, it handed the producers the one thing they needed to finally finish the last ever Beatles song. But honestly, this is so much bigger than just one song. The implications for preserving music history, for all of history really, are absolutely massive. It's a total game changer. Just think about it for a second. Vocals that were lost can now be rescued from noisy old demo tapes. Classic albums can be remixed with a clarity nobody ever thought was possible. It's like unlocking a time capsule. We get to preserve our musical history and hear it with totally fresh ears, and tap into all this creative potential that's been hidden away in archives all over the world. So this incredible tech brought one ghost song back to life. Which, of course, gets you thinking about all the other ones that are still locked away out there. And that? Well, that brings us back to you. After hearing all this, what's your ultimate lost track? If they could go back and finish any other unfinished Beatles song, which one would you pick? What's the one you wish they could have released for the world to hear? Go ahead and let us know your pick down in the comments below. And hey, if you had as much fun prying open this vault with us as we did, do us a solid and hit that like button and maybe subscribe so you don't miss the next time we dive into something cool like this. Thanks for hanging out with us.